This review is of this Xtreme Tech USB-C cable, which should be blazing fast if it's really a legitimate USB-C cable. And it does look very nice. It's got a flat cable with braided covering on it. It's not focusing on it, it's focusing on me. No. All right, let's see if I can get it to focus now. There we go. I hate it when the computer and my phone decides that it's more important to focus on my face than on what I'm showing it in the middle. So yeah, and it feels very sturdy, not at all loose. However, now I'm going to show you something very interesting about this. Well, maybe not very interesting, but interesting. Having a little bit of trouble with it here, trying to plug it into my computer. It's not working. That's bizarre. Well, it seems like my only USB-C port has been jacked up. Somehow. I don't know. Don't know what's going on with it. So, I've got a backup plan, so hold on. This is the Xtreme Tech USB-C charger, and at 5 volts it produces 3 amps, 9 volts 2.22, and 12 volts 1.67 amps. It's 100 to 240 volts AC, 50 to 60 hertz, and half an amp for the input. Model is XHC8-1028. And it's got folding prongs, and I've used it. Very happy with it. It does a great job. In fact, when I was using my phone, which is a Samsung, and when I was charging it, I was having a problem where it would constantly cycle on and off while charging. Now, I don't mean the phone was cycling on and off, the charging was. So what I could deduce is the charger, which had come with the phone, which is a cheap no-name brand one, was overheating. So it would charge until it overheated, and then it'd cool off, and then it would, back and forth. It was very exasperating because every minute or two, I'd hear this ding, and my screen would go on, and then it'd go off, and then ding, and I'm trying to sleep. I don't want to hear that when I'm trying to sleep, right? So I put this in, the problem stopped. This did not overheat when charging my phone. Okay, so very, very cool. I don't know what you're seeing on your end, but on my end, I'm seeing a floating dot that moves around as I move it around. And then there's this light that goes off to the sides like this. And it distorts the whole area with blues and purples and even some pink. Like this fingernail is dark purple on top and light purple on the bottom. It is a really cool effect, and I'm going to play with this after I'm done. But after I got this with the charger, I used it for a while, and then it got misplaced for months, and I finally found it this week, and I used it in my car this morning. And I thought, hey, great. It's like 9.5 feet long. And I thought, this will be better for me in my car. And I plugged it in, and it was charging fast enough that my battery power wasn't decreasing, but it wasn't increasing. Now, the no-name brand cable that I have in my car that I usually use will charge it up. But this one couldn't do that, even with that fancy light. And when I used it to charge my phone previously, the two ends would overheat. And I mean, it was just like, not to the point of burning me, but it was definitely uncomfortable to touch. I did not enjoy that. So, essentially, this is not a functioning USB-C cable. It is a And, you know, I wouldn't buy it. Okay, I got this at a deep discount, but I would not recommend anybody buy it because it just does, except for the light. If you need a nice light when it's dark, and let me see if I can show you the level of light you'll get out of this. So if this is, if this is going to be useful for you and you have a power pack you can carry, plug this into, you can use this to give you some light. I think that you could even do some potentially some reading, but honestly, this is the most useful part, is that distortion on the screen and using it as a light source. I don't need it for that. I am by no means desperate enough to lug this around to use it as a light source. So I'm going to discombobulate this end. Man, they've really fitted on nicely, I have to say that. And then we're going to see what's actually going on inside of here, because I got this thing from OMG, which is a malicious cable detector. It's around here somewhere. There it is. And it's kind of disappointing because it detected my usual cable for my USB-C needs as being malicious. And this is what it is. And it was wrong, because I cut it open, and the only thing in there was a resistor on a tiny PCB. That was it. So I was really disappointed, but I'm kind of curious what it'll say about this one. So let me find out. I don't know where my adapter is, so I can't do that right now. Anyways, I'm gonna take this thing apart, and we shall see what's underneath. Okay, I got that shield off, and this is what we can see right now. Now I'm going to take my knife to it. Okay, so this is what we can see so far. The light was actually coming out of this plastic node sticking off of the underlying plastic. I don't know how well you can see that. There we go. That's much better. So now I'm going to dig down underneath that to see what's actually going on. I can see... well, I don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but you should be able to see that pretty well. Let me dive deeper. I just wanted to show you it still works. See? So hopefully you can get a look at that. It was actually very well put together as far as this part of the cable is concerned. It's impressive. It was very firmly sealed within this translucent whitish plastic, and then there was the black plastic over there, and then there was the metal shield over that. So, as far as the construction physically, it was really, really good. But as far as what I'm seeing in here, all I'm seeing is 5 wires connected to a PCB, and lots of fingers on the PCB, but I don't really see, oh gosh, stop that. I don't really see anything remarkable aside from maybe just that light, I guess. So I guess the question is it worth it to open up the other side as well and see what's on that? Because this has only got 2 little things. There's the light and there's something next to the light. So this is not a surface level PCB. This is a multi-layer PCB, because the wires do not go directly to that light source there, which is the bottom larger whitish one, which looks very interesting under the magnifying glass. I don't think I'll be able to show you, but let me turn off that. Let's see if I can show you. There we go. So as you can see, Looks like the black one next to it is probably a resistor, but I can't say for sure. But that's my guess. And yeah, so it doesn't really seem like there's much going on with this cable other than that the cables are bringing some electricity over for the light. And unless there's something more on the other side, this is a very basic USB cable that doesn't seem to have extra functionality as far as anything to actually make it go at the speed that it's supposed to go at, which is frustrating. I tried to get the covering off of the other side, and it was like it was glued on there or something. The other one you saw me wiggling it off, but this one I could not pull off. I ended up working on it for like half an hour with a pair of pliers and only got half of it off, and then I couldn't get the rest of it off. So I was like, okay, I'm done for tonight. So just now I finished removing it with tin snips, and it looks the same. As far as I can tell, there's absolutely nothing different between this side and the other side. I don't see underneath that translucent plastic, I don't see anything different. So, it's just garbage. I mean, it's really disappointing and annoying. So I'm giving it, because the only good thing about it is this light. And now that I've taken off the outer protection, it's better. It's, there's more light, and and you can see through the backside a bit there. So, that's the only thing that would keep me from throwing this in the garbage, which sadly is exactly what I'm going to do, because it's crap. And I'm giving it a 1. And I can't remember that I've ever given anything a 1 before. I'm very stingy about 1s and 10s. They almost never happen. But this is crap. Yes, it transports data, but slowly. Yes, it has electricity, obviously, but it overheats. You leave when I was plugging this into my phone to charge it, both sides in this area of the light would overheat. So, yeah, 1. Xtreme tech my butt. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.